The 95 draft. The 95 draft. Okay. Here we go. But before that, of course, it's the 95 expansion draft, and we have to protect players. For my team, I will be leaving Stacey King as an exposed player who was planning on leaving anyway. Penny and Alonzo, again, I have rights. You have to protect somebody, technically. You have to leave somebody open. You at least want to see the list. And of course, I went to the Clippers out of instinct. You're going to want to protect Michael Williams because you're going to want to trade him. Same for Stacey Ogman, Lamont Murray, LeBradford Smith. Honestly, this is the smartest thing you can do is just leave Mark Bonner available because that's not a major loss. So yeah, you guys are fine. You guys are fine. I mean, you could leave Michael Williams open to get them to take him, but again, he is trade value. You never know if you might get a pick for him. He is the most valuable asset there, especially since you're going to be losing Purvis Ellison. So if you want, you could just say leave him available, but I don't think that'd be a very wise move because then his deal's up at the end of next year anyway. So, your choice, though. Your choice. Depending on how you want to progress. I don't know, man. I'm seeing a couple of people say, you know what? Well, I'm seeing enough people say leave them, so. All right, there we go. That's a done deal. So the expansion draft. The Raptors take Nick Van Exel. Tom Chambers off the board, and Spud Webb also to the Grizzlies. Doc Rivers to the Raptors. Neither of us are going to lose anybody major. This is turning out to be a pretty decent expansion draft for these two teams, though. So I lost Stacey King to the Raptors. Wow, Xavier McDaniel. He's 32 at this point. Did anybody even take your guy? I don't think they did. Oh, there's still a few picks left. The Raptors forego their final pick. Okay. Well, then we're off. Oh, he went to Vancouver? I missed it. Fair enough. To the draft we go. 1995, the Atlanta Hawks, with the first overall pick, take forward Joe Smith. Who finished 7th in win shares from this draft. The Milwaukee Bucks select Kevin Garnett. Holy fuck. I thought Jason Kidd falling to 4 last year was nuts. Kevin Garnett falling to 2 is insane. The San Antonio Spurs at 3 select center Bryant Reeves. At 4, the Toronto Raptors' first ever pick, Michael Finley. Third best player from this draft, Michael Finley. At 5, the Vancouver Grizzlies select point guard Damon Stoudemire. And at 6, the Cleveland Cavaliers offer the Bullets the pick. They're saying, give us a second rounder in 97, and you can move up by 1. It would be worth it if Rasheed Wallace was available. You'd be looking at Brent Barry, Antonio McDyess. You will probably have to make the pick. There is a chance if you don't make it, if you don't make this trade, that you will get a trade offer for your pick. So keep or trade. There's a justification for both sides, I would say. Yeah, there you go. That's why we haven't allowed trade-ups, because it can technically happen. It is the first time we've seen it, but it can happen. There's an interesting justification for this. This is an interesting one. You give up a second rounder in 97 to move up one spot. You never know. You might get a trade offer for that pick once you have it. You hold off. You might get a trade offer for your 7th overall pick. It is a very, very close vote. Very close vote indeed. How's this going to go? The keep side looking like they might win out. This one's going to go down to the wire. It's going to go down to the wire. And the keep side is going to win by 3 votes. That'll be a decline trade. And the Cavs take Antonio McDyess. Will you get a trade offer for the pick? No, you will not. Meaning you are going to have to make this selection. So, in looking, you got a couple of options. Again, right now you're going for best player available, not team need. The best point guard available is Bob Sura. He just is. I mean, Jimmy Ryder might not be bad, but it's Bob Sura. If you were to take a shooting guard, the best option, hands down, is Jerry Stackhouse. If you were to take a forward, there's a couple of decent options. Brent Barry was a very good player. Corliss Williamson was not a bad player either. Power forward, it's a generated dude named Mike Winston. Technically, outside of him, there was someone like Kurt Thomas who was real, but not a ton there. Cherokee Parks too. And then at center, there is a half-decent center in the form of Theo Ratliff. So, or Greg Ostertag for that matter, but probably Theo Ratliff. We'll see what you guys think. I presume Stackhouse will win this vote rather quickly, but it was still worth putting it to a vote, just so that Chad has all of their options. Congratulations to Jerry Stackhouse. You are the newest member of the Washington Bullets. Smart move. I would have taken him had he fallen to me. The Celtics take power forward Kurt Thomas, and the Mavericks have to make their pick. Probably going to take Theo Ratliff. Theo Ratliff, welcome to Dallas. But for how long? Simulate up to our next pick. The Mavericks at number 19 have to make the pick. Gary Trent. Cherokee Parks out there. Fred Hoiberg. Wasn't planning on having to make this many picks, but here we are. Honestly, Gary Trent, welcome in. Welcome in, buddy. What we got next? Mavericks at 28 and 29. At 28, Cherokee Parks. Welcome to Dallas. We're just taking all big men. And at 29, God, I had to make all 4 picks. Fuck me. Fuck me. Had to make every single pick. Travis Best, David Vaughn, Andrew Delclaire. Shout out to Jimmy the King. Let's not go for another big man. Let's go for Travis Best. Here we go. So. Not the most exciting draft for us. The Bullets have to make this pick. Fucking... Does it matter? You get a bunch of frickin' C minuses. Andrew Delclaire was at least... was at least a real player. Best player available. Go for a big man to replace the big man you just lost. Mavericks. Oh my God, another freaking pick. I mean, this guy's name is Flanders. That's fun. That's fun. I'm gonna go for Henry Sweeney. I guess he's listed as a prospect though. We'll go for Jason Caffey. Bullets back on the clock. Go ahead and give you guys Sweeney. Why not? Someone else said, Waldolo said 21-year-old power forwards. So there you go. You got him. All right. Well, that was a very, very weird draft with Kevin Garnett going second. The Bullets end up with 79 overall, Jerry Stackhouse. I got Theo Ratliff at a 75. 73 overall, Gary Trent. 69 overall, Cherokee Parks, and a 70 in Travis Best. And then in the second round, you guys ended up with Sweeney, who was a 69. Caffey was a 70. You also got 69 rated Delclair. So, not the craziest drafts. All things considered. Likely just some more bartering pieces for us here. Stack at a 79, B plus potential. Delclair at a... Oh, wow, they do not like him. At a D plus, no reason for you guys to sign him. And then Henry Sweeney is a C plus. At 21, you might as well bring him in for dirt cheap. But yeah, no reason to sign the other guy. For me, Jesus Christ, this is going to be expensive. Theo Ratliff at a B plus. Gary Trent at a B plus. Cherokee Parks at a B plus. Travis Best at a C. So that last first round pick didn't work out too well. And then Caffey at a B minus. So yeah, I won't sign Travis Best for that amount, but everybody else isn't too bad. So kind of wasted the first. We both had moments where, you know what? I'm actually going to sign him anyway. Fuck it. He has badges. Maybe he'll have some value. Fuck it. In terms of the options, I'll obviously be holding on to Alonzo Mourning and Penny. Even Harry Blake. For you guys, it's Scott Haywood, who you might as well hold on to. Maybe you'll be able to get something for him. As Horace Grant looks like he's going to be leaving Chicago. In terms of qualifying offers for the Mavericks, Gibson shit. Tracy Murray's okay. Nate Ilyasova. What about Lewis Campbell? No. Tahir's worth keeping, and then Oturu can be dropped. For you guys, Sealy is a B+, but he's 25 and only a 71. He wants way too much money. No reason for you to keep him. That Sims guy is terrible. That dude's terrible and not worth the money. None of those guys are going to be worth the money for you. So, drop them. So with that, free agency, Scottie Pippen is the big name. Purvis Ellison's out there as well. We will quickly look at our rosters. There's Penny. I don't have a shooting guard right now. Simmons, Caffey, Mourning. And then for you guys, it's Michael Williams, Stack, and Ogman. No forwards. Haywood and Senate, you guys have been obliterated. So, let's be honest. Your approach here is to sign the best player you can to hope that you get to trade him. My approach is to either bring in the player that can push this team over the edge for the upcoming season, or to do the same thing that you guys are about to do. But given that I need a shooting guard and a power forward, I know what I'm leaning towards. So, just a look at point guard. Actually, really quickly, before that, I have the money to sign anybody right now. So do you guys. So at point guard, it's Magic Johnson at 35 years old, has hit the open market. Aside from that, something like BJ Armstrong, Sleepy Floyd. Shooting guard, 32-year-old Joe Dumars, Kendall Gill, who won Finals MVP a couple years ago, is there at 27. At forward, Scottie Pippen, the veteran James Worthy. Also got Sean Elliott, Chuck Person. Power forward, Detlef Schrempf, Horace Grant, Danny Manning, Terry Mills as well. And then at center, Purvis Ellison, Ronnie Sakali. Chat, what approach do you want to take? What approach? You got to remember, too, if you sign somebody, you won't be able to immediately flip them. There is that whole rule about not being able to do so. So if you're trying to be as bad as you can be to make the most of your own pick, maybe it isn't worth signing somebody. You know? Maybe this is the year to hold off. If you want to continue to really stack the deck in your favor for next year's draft. Look for someone younger. I mean, there's not really someone younger that's going to be worth it, is the problem. It's someone like Victor Alexander, maybe at 25 and an 81. Can you look at center? I already did. Manute Bol is there. That is true. It is true that Manute Bol hit the list. But again, he's going to make your team better. So, first and foremost, clearly we got to throw this to two different polls. Sign someone. Don't. That's what the first one comes down to. You guys got to make a decision if you're going to sign anybody or not. And it looks like you might be split. I think I know my target here. I think I do. Yeah, I know my target. Question is, what does chat do? I know who I'm going after. It's a close vote. Very close vote. Very, very close vote. What is chat thinking? Looks like the don't vote is going to win out. And indeed, chat will forego their signing. For me, the target's quite clear. I'm going after Kendall Gill. I'm going after Kendall Gill. Nobody has an offer in on him yet. That's going to be my offer. My lone offer is out to Kendall Gill. See how this plays out. So for the Bullets, I mean, you're renouncing the rights on all of the nothing that you had. You do have a cap hold on Purvis Ellison, but I mean, you can hold it, I guess. You might as well, but... And a lot of your dudes got offers, but all of these guys suck. None of them are key players for you. For myself, Kendall Gill has agreed to terms. We're going to remove the cap hold on Ilyasova. I'm going to see if I can... Okay. Oof. Well, I'm going to have to drop Doug Smith then. Either that, actually. Let me drop Grant, but then keep Doug Smith on the cap hold. Everybody else can go. And I will bring in one Kendall Gill. Obviously, we'll see where all the top names go. Yeah. Not much to do here. Day one of actual free agency. Your hold on Purvis Ellison was gone. He ended up signing, so who would name their child Purvis? Mr. and Mrs. Ellison, exactly. Let's see where the big names landed. Scottie Pippen's a Rocket. I mean, we knew that, though. Purvis Ellison off to Seattle. Joe Dumars to the Heat. James Worthy to the Nets. Jeff Hornacek to the Lakers. Kendall Gill, of course, to the Mavericks. Sean Elliott to the Spurs. Schrempf to the Warriors. Hornets end up with Abdul Rauf and Chuck Person. Billy Owens to the Kings. Magic Johnson goes back to the Lakers. Nick Anderson to the Nuggets. Horace Grant to the Warriors, man. Holy shit. This is my issue right now, is there's some fucking super teams in the West. I need an all-star stud. And I just don't think that Alonzo Mourning's that. He's very, very good. But my team's going to be too good to get the number one. We're both aiming for that 96 draft. 100%. 100%. It is going to come down to that draft. Tracy Murray gets a pretty good offer from the Knicks. I'm going to let him go for that. Yeah, I'm not going to... You know, if I have the money, I might as well match it. And I do. All right. In terms of player progression. Oh my god, I don't know what to do. Penny's up to an 89. Alonzo at an 88. Fuck. Then for you guys, Michael Williams dropped a little bit. Lamont Murray and Bradford Smith improved a little bit. But that could also be now an insane amount of quality if I use my nuke. I'm stuck in the same exact position. I can go for it and hope that I win out, but think about how strong the West just became. Or I use the nuke to make sure I actually get people here. And again, we know what's ahead. Allen Iverson, Steve Nash, Ray Allen, Kobe Bryant, Marcus Camby, Stephon Marbury, Antoine Walker, Kerry Kittle, Sharif Abdur-Rahim. It is, Derek Fisher, Peja Stojakovic, Jermaine O'Neal. This is a fucking stacked draft. One of the all-timers. One of the fucking all-timers. Some Drunas Ilgauskas is in this draft, too. This has just become very, very interesting. The Mavericks with 2 first-round picks this year. Our own and the Pistons. The Bullets with 4. Sacramento, Houston, and LA. Sorry, my body's allergic to Chad having draft picks, apparently. What a draft. This is shaping up to be... This is the... Like, this is it. This is it. I mean, for you guys, it's pretty obvious at this point. Stacey Augmon, Michael Williams, just try to move on from him if you can. I'm just missing a starting power forward. I got a lot to think about here.